Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And you're tuned into Hip Hop Weekly All Access, and I'm your correspondent, Valerie V. And I'm here with King. So, King, for those people who aren't too familiar with some of the works that you've done, just kind of tell us about some of the things you've done in the industry.
Okay. Well, my first mixtape was with Kevin Gates, man. Free Kevin Gates. It's called Nothing Bigger Than the Beat.
Okay.
Right now, it's on live mixtapes, Spinderella, That Pill, my mixtapes. It's probably got about, on my mixtapes, I think it got like 4 million. Live mixtapes, it got a 400,000. You know, it's doing numbers.
So, how did you and Kevin Gates link up? Was it someone that you met in the industry? Tell me about how you cultivated that relationship.
Well, you know, like I said, I had artists of my own. Kevin, he was my brother, so he always been behind what I'm doing in my whole movement with Artillery South, which that's my own label. But
Right.
he was just seeing me putting my money behind other people, and he think I should put my money behind myself to, you know, be more successful and to take advantage of some of the situations I'm in.
So, was it something that you always wanted to do? Because you said you have your own label. Was it kind of hard transitioning from being behind the scenes and managing artists to then being your own artist and yourself?
Yeah, you know, that was a hard transition, but like I said, I want to chase the bag. I'm all about the money, so I wanted the artists to see me actually doing it, so maybe they'll better themselves and be more, you know, confident and successful.
So now with your label, do you still manage artists as well as managing your own career?
Well, I got a couple of people that I deal with, but right now I can't really deal with all the negative energy that come from the artists as far as just like, you know, they personal issues, and you know, I have to focus on my own career right now, so I'm just really focusing on me.
Okay. Do you ever face like any challenges at all with managing everything and wearing all the hats that you wear?
Well, you know, I got a great management team, Shantae and me, Eyelash Visions, but you know, we come together and make our brains come together to put everything in perspective, you know.
Okay. And so with your career, and obviously making the music that you make apart from the label, what are some of the things that you really want to accomplish with your music? I mean, you already have things that are in the millions in the views. You're working with superstars like Kevin Gates, and I'm not sure if you're working with other artists as well, but where is it that you're really trying to take things?
You know, I'm really trying to take it to seeing people actually grow in this thing, you know, and not be so selfish with all of my good contacts and my money. I'm trying to share with my family. That's my most important thing, is to see my family having something.
So you're family oriented. Family is something
Yes,
that's really important to you.
for sure.
Okay. And so now with some of the music that you made, what would you say is like your favorite song that you put out so far? Would it be the song with Kevin Gates? I heard you have some.
That's my favorite. You know, I gotta
Okay.
say, while she talking, one of my favorites. You know, Joe Spike shot the video. Salute to Joe Spike. I mean, like I said, it got 1.6 million views. I mean, that's one of my most explicit and hypey songs to me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, with the music that you have out with Kevin Gates, have you ever performed anywhere live with him? Have you worked with other people other than Kevin Gates as well?
Yes, you know, I performed at a couple of shows with Gates, Gaston, Alabama. I performed in Tennessee with Gates, North Carolina. Also, I have tracks on my mixtape produced by Zaytoven, hosted by Swamp Izzo, Juvenile. You know, I got some new tracks coming from Haitian Fresh. Salute to the Zoe. You know what I mean?
So it's definitely more of like a southern vibe then.
Yeah, southern thing.
So would you say like your music is more kind of like a trap sound, or what kind of sound do you have?
Yeah, I give it a trap sound. I give it some of that thug life from Tupac.
Okay.
I always be Tupac, man.
Okay. And so now, moving forward, where would you like to see everything come full circle? It kind of seems like you have your hands in a lot.
Well, moving forward, I'd like to see like some of the artists out here today that's real successful. I'd like to see them working with some of the artists that's not so successful. You know, trying to come together and build and make this hip hop go to another level, like it's supposed to be.
So you said you wanted to see larger artists work with artists that are a little more independent or lower on the scale.
True.
How important do you think it is for people to collaborate? How important do you think it is for people who have made it in the music industry collaborate with upcoming people and new people in the industry?
Man, I think that's very important, because you showing that you're not trying to be all selfish and just hog everything for yourself. So I think like working with other artists and coming together to build the community, for the youth. Like, it's all about the youth. If they see us working together, then they make them want to work together and stop some of the violence. You feel me?
Yeah. What do you think it is about the industry that makes people not want to work together? I feel like that's a conversation that I have a lot, is that people in industry don't collaborate with one another.
Man, you know what? I've been trying to figure that out. But, you know, we as being black, you know, it's like we come from a community where we think we can't do it. We think if we even lend a helping hand to somebody that's being less of a man, or you're not supporting your own. But to me, like everybody out here that supports me, I feel like that we all family. So I think I should support them back.
Yeah.
You know?
I do think Atlanta does have a tendency to work like a family as far as the industry is concerned.
Oh, man,
I feel like you see a lot more support here in this city than most other cities.
Hey, man, Atlanta, you know, I salute everybody. They working together. It's a small circle. Like, I respect what they doing there. At first, I didn't really respect it. I seen them, you know what I'm saying, people like pushing other people out, you know what I mean? But I see where it's going now. You got to have the right mindset to be coming up in this industry.
Yeah, I think that a lot of things happen in this industry to kind of like deter you. And it's very competitive because you got to think about how small it is. So as far as like what we're talking about and challenges in the industry, do you feel like you've faced any challenges or found that people haven't worked with you or maybe even tried to stop you? Because I hear some of that too sometimes.
Man, you know, people don't never want to see you be successful as you can. They don't want to see you be great. So what you have to do is just X all that out, just stay positive. You know, you never know. The tables will turn. You know, if they get to know the real you, then the tables will turn.
And so with the music, do you think that if people started to work together more, that maybe the music would reach a lot more people?
Yes, I really do. I think like if it was, you know, if people would work together, you know, like rappers right now. You know, I'm out since Tupac. I ain't no fresh rapper, you know, out on these streets. But I ain't really been hearing a big push coming from, you know, from that way.
Well, you know what it is? I think that the New York culture is very competitive, and people don't really support one another there as much as I feel like they could.
True.
I feel like people there, everyone wants to shine and everyone wants to do the same thing, whereas here it's like a little different. You have that Southern hospitality. You know, New York, up north is a little more like nitty gritty, so to speak. Now, as far as your career and the music that you've made, tell me about some of the newer things that you have out now or the things that are coming up.
Okay, well, I'm working on a new project, you know what I mean, right now with 808 Mafia called Kane Gambino Mob Ties, but I just recently released Blood with Attitude on live mixtape May the 26th, and it's doing real good numbers. I got a couple features on there with some cats from the West Coast, some cats from the South, you know what I mean? It's doing pretty good, doing good numbers.
Okay. And so with the numbers that you're doing, I mean, do you plan on staying independent? I feel like nowadays with all the social media, technology, everything we have, you don't necessarily have to sign with a label. Is that something that you're looking to do, or would you rather just build your own empire?
Well, you know, I'm building on my own. I'm getting my own little money right now. I mean, I'm feeling good with what I'm doing, but if somebody want to add some more digits on there, come on and add them digits on there. I'm ready.
Okay. And in closing, is there anything you feel like I didn't ask you, or anything that you feel like I might have missed? Is there something that you feel like we didn't discuss or we didn't talk about?
Free Kevin Gates, man. Hey, thank y'all Hip Hop Weekly, man. What's happening, man? You know, nah.
That must have been crazy for you to have to, you know, go through that. Like, what was it like when you heard about what happened to Kevin Gates?
Man, it was just like, man, like you lost your best friend. If you ever lost someone to death, then you know it's almost feeling like that. I was finna cuss, excuse me.
So, are you in communication with him now?
Yeah, I talked to Kevin probably about a good 6 months ago. I wrote him a letter and everything, you know, told him I love him, sent him a couple dollars, you know. So
yeah, so you really held him down, yeah.
Yeah, he held his head up, man. Free Kevin Gates.
So what else did you write in the letter? I mean, you couldn't just wrote, "I love you, here's some money." Like, what did you really write in the letter?
You know, that's between me and him. He know what I wrote in there. You know, I ain't gonna get personal with the letter. It was a personal letter, you know. A lot of pain into that and feelings into that letter. So, you know, that's what it is.
Is he part of the reason why you go so hard? I mean, I just feel like you have so much going on. Is he a part of the reason or a part of your motivation, so to speak? Yeah,
man. You know, Gates, man, he put the battery in my back to make me believe in myself as far as becoming an artist. So, yeah, for sure. I'll never stop pushing, man. You know, I'm doing this for Gates, too. Free Kevin Gates.
And if it wasn't for Kevin Gates, do you think that you would have ever stepped into artistry?
No, I wouldn't. But Juvenile had also tried to get me to rap before. Salute to Juvenile, young
Okay.
Ju.
So you have all these big people telling you that you're talented, and you're just now starting to. How long have you been making music for?
I've just been making music now for about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah. I guess the creative process takes some time then for you to kind of warm up to the idea. Were you nervous at all? Is that what it was?
Yeah, you be nervous. Every time you hit the stage, every time I hit the booth, I be nervous. But, you know, you get old. Once you do the first couple of bars, it's like, all right, I got this.
Yeah. So then everyone after that is a cakewalk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me.
Thank you.
And Hip Hop Weekly Magazine. Before we go, tell all the viewers where they can follow you, follow your music, or maybe even some people who want to understand how your label works or be a part of that. You were talking about giving opportunities to people. I feel like it's only right.
Right. Well, if you want to get at me on IG, KANEBWA. Get at me on Twitter, BWA Kane. I mean, if you about your business and you ready to go hard, I mean, holler at me, man. You know, we can make ends meet, man.
All right, and thank you all for tuning into Hip Hop Weekly All Access. Again, I'm your host, Valerie V, here with King.
Yeah.